and welcome to the 42nd Annual National Convention Fly-In Lake Ben Coleman, one of your hosts here on the Florida Aviation Network, and that's www.floridaaviationnetwork.com. And we bring to you compelling, informative, educational information on aviation and space. It's all about safety. That's what has brought us all here. We're all volunteers. I'm a volunteer. Volunteerism is it's one of the most selfless things that you can do is take your time. We all have the same amount of time. It's what we depend to do with it, what we decide, and where we feel like we're best kept. And along with that, we have volunteers walking around here that come to enjoy the events here at Sun and Fun. And volunteerism is it's strong and thriving. We've got a volunteer sitting right here with us. We're going to pull out of him what he does and what he enjoys. Tom.
Hi, Ben. Thank you.
Welcome to Sun and Fun here on the Florida Aviation Network.
Thank you for having me.
Tom Kilfoyle. Tom, I understand that we go back now, we can say at least a year.
At least.
Delta Airlines has the advantage of your time and attendance. You're international lead mechanic for international line.
International line maintenance in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, and but that's what you do for a paycheck. But what do you do for fun?
For fun, I work as a volunteer with the Reno Air Races, National Championship Air Races.
Reno Air Races.
Yes.
Tell us about your Reno Air Races. And I'm playing dumb because I love Reno Air Races, but tell us what it is.
The Reno Air Races this year will be our 53rd year in Reno, Nevada. Mm-hmm. It is the only place left doing fixed course pylon racing. And we have 6 classes of airplanes that actually fly around an oval course. We'll put 6 or 8 airplanes in the air at the same time to fly competitively.
So it's a real race, not a race against time. It's a race
against airplanes.
Okay.
And
wow.
they fly an oval course at approximately 75 feet off the ground. Speeds anywhere between 200 miles an hour and 500 miles an hour.
And there's 6 categories.
6 categories.
Name those categories if you can remember them there, Tom.
I happen to remember them.
Tell us.
We
tell
have
us
the
about
Formula One, which is one of the oldest racing classes. We have a biplane class, a sport class, which is the up-and-coming race class that is the biggest and popular. T6, where all the T6 airplanes, the Texan T6 SNJs, have to be stock. It's like stock car. They have to be stocked from the factory. And then we have a jet class, and the one that everybody loves is the unlimited class with the old World War II airplanes that have some very modified, some non-modified at all.
And Tom, your involvement there with Reno and Reno Air Race Association, I think I've always seen the acronym of RARA.
RARA is correct.
And what is your role? What do you do there with them?
Well, I'm in my 10th year volunteering, and I work with the logistics group, and we basically set up the airfield and take it back apart. So for this event, we are responsible for everything on the airport base, from the race course, the grandstands, all the way to the parking lots, and the Sandy huts.
Wow.
We cover it all.
The pits, the viewing stands, the exhibitors, there's a lot of work that goes into that.
There is.
And planning.
And there is indeed. And we have a great volunteer group that comes out and assists us. And we will start in May getting preparations together for September. So it's a good long period.
What's your mix of people? Who goes there, and how many folks do you average per year?
Over the 5-day period, and this year, by the way, is September 14th through the 18th, and it's always in the middle of September. But we average approximately 150,000 people over that 5-day period. It's a very high percentage of aviation enthusiasts. It's the one-of-a-kind event in Reno, Nevada. Stead Field, where the event is held, is 10 miles north of Reno, Tahoe, so the access is very easy and good. Being a convention city, and the Reno tourism, and I can't remember all the other acronyms that are out there, but they greatly support the air race, and having hotels rental cars and transportation all readily available for that big crowd.
Tom, do you know that it typically racing some of these World War II fighters and the souped up, particularly the unlimited class, it's a lot of big boys, big boy toys out there, but are there any ladies involved with the racing efforts out at Rah-Rah?
There actually are. We have ladies racing probably in every category. There were quite a few Formula One racers that were female ladies, and in the sport class we have 5 very competitive ladies that race right now. There's 2 in the biplane class that I'm aware of, and there may be more, I apologize. And I know we have several also in the jet class.
Well, but not the unlimited.
We don't have any in the unlimiteds at the moment.
It's just a matter of time because
I'm sure.
those women can be pretty darn competitive.
They can be. They can be.
But I tell you, I'm a fan of Rah-Rah, and it was on my bucket list. And as far as I'm concerned, there won't be a year go by that I don't get out there to watch and the excitement of the pylon race and realizing that these folks are up there jockeying for position.
Yep.
And it's speed, skill, a lot of guts.
Right.
Maintenance. This the whole ball of wax as far as making everything come a team sport.
The pilots actually have to qualify to race, and we run that in June. We run our pylon racing seminar, and they actually go through 3 days of actual classroom and flight, formation flying. They'll take the race course. They'll fly with instructor pilots flying behind them. And from there, they'll actually give them May days. They'll have one airplane pass another, so they'll have to prove their worth.
Well, Tom, we're going to try to wrap this up, but give us those dates again for Rah-Rah.
September 14th through the 18th this year, and it's always the middle of September.
And I take it from one who knows, if you've not been there, you've got to put that either on your bucket list or make sure that you find some way to justify either getting a kitchen pass if you're a man. If you're a woman, get him to take you to Rah-Rah, and I guarantee you'll have a good time. Reno's a great place to go and visit. Great time of year to visit there, and it's just it's gorgeous. Typically the weather's cooperative, sometimes a little windy.
It is high desert.
Sometimes a little wet, sometimes a little cold in the morning, but what a gorgeous vocation for send some of these gorgeous ships around with all like-minded people, similar to here at Sun and Fun, and we're just proud to have you here at Sun and Fun, and glad you wanted to make it down here.
We certainly appreciate the invitation.
All right. Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ben.
And that's going to wrap it up again here for another compelling interview, and we'll see you not only here at Sun and Fun, walking around the grounds, but we'll see you at Rah-Rah in Nevada, September.